The topic is on multiple access techniques for wireless communication. We are going to discuss about FDMA, TDMA, SDMA and PDMA. Mm, and we'll see about introduction. The many users will be provided access at the same time, and they share the same amount of radio spectrum, and the duplexing is required for differentiating between the forward and the reverse user. It can be in the frequency or time domain. First one is the FTD. They'll be having a forward channel and reverse channel separately separated by a guard band in between in order to avoid the interference. TDD also will have a forward channel and reverse channel, but the frequency will be same for both the channels, and it will be divided in the time domain. These are the multiple access that are existing: FDMA, TDMA, CDMA and SDMA. And these are the narrow band systems. FDMA can be combined with either FDD or TDD, and TDMA can be combined with either FDD or TDD. Logical separation. The channels will be divided, and the users also will be divided in frequency domain. In FDMA, TDD, in frequency domain, the users will be divided, and the forward and the reverse channel will be divided in time domain. For logical separation for TDMA, FTD is in the frequency domain, the forward and the reverse channel are divided, and the time domain, the users are divided. TDMA, TDD, in the time domain, both the users and the channel, the forward and the reverse is divided. These are the wideband systems. Logical separation. CDMA is allocating a unique pseudo-random sequence for each user. This code will be allotted for each user, and the frequency will be different for forward and the reverse channel. For TDD, the frequency and the forward and the reverse channel will be different in time. Multiple access techniques in use: AMPS, FDMA, FDD, GSM, TDMA, FTD, USDC, TDMA, FTD, and DECT is FDMA, TDD, and for CDMA it is CDMA, FTD. These are the FDMA. FDMA is being used in the early analog mobile phone system, which uses 30 kHz bandwidth. FDMA compared to TDMA, it requires only few bits for synchronization and framing, and the complexity is very less for FDMA when compared to TDMA. The number of channels will be the total spectrum allocation minus the guard band divided by channel bandwidth. This is the frame structure for TDMA. First is the preamble, followed by information message, followed by trail bits. The information message will be having n number of slots. Each slot will be having trail bit, synchronization bit, information data and the guard bits. These are the features of TDMA. That is a single carrier frequency for several users. The transmission will be in bursts. The handoff process will be very much simpler. The transmission rate will be very high. The synchronization overhead will also be high. The guard slots are necessary to avoid the interference. And GSM, here we have to analyze the total number of users will be 1000 simultaneous users can be allotted the frequency with bandwidth of 200 kilohertz per user. And last one is the space division multiple access. Here it is the advanced type of technique. It is also called as sectorization technique. It is also called as a beam forming. Wherever the user is present, whether he is standing or moving, in that area the beam will be concentrated. We will see that in the next figure. We'll be having a base station, and here there are two users. In that region of the users, the beam is concentrated, and in this place also the beam is there. In this place also the beam is there. Here there is no user, so there is no beam available here. This example also shows the beam forming for 5 users. There are the reverse link problems that exist in the SDMA, which is not not being utilized in many of the places. The possible solution may be using a filter for each user.